Next, we will discuss the limitations of Werner theory and some other theory which come to explain the limitations of Werner theory. So already we know that the some Werner theory like in complex compound coordination complex, the metal have two types of valency. First one is primary valency and the second one is secondary valency, and also discuss the primary valency is ionizable valency, and the secondary valency is non-ionizable valency, and secondary valency is known as coordination number, and primary valency denoted by dotted line, and secondary valency denoted by strong line. So in Werner theory there are some limitations that which that could not explained by Werner theory. So first limitations is many of the elements of periodic table like d block elements form coordination complex, but the other elements like alkali metals do not form complex coordination complex. Why? So first limitation is the why the only certain elements possess the property to form coordination complex, means only d block elements are capable to form coordination complex, but other elements cannot form coordination complex. Why? This is the drawback of Werner theory. And second limitation is why coordination bonds are directional. And the third limitation is why coordination compounds have characteristic magnetic and optical property, means compounds contain some magnetic property and optical property. So why these compounds? So optical and magnetic property. These all points are not explained by Werner theory. So to explain the Werner theory limitations of Werner theory, here some new theories are proposed from time to time, which are explain the limitation of Werner theory. So in this sequence, the first theory is VBT, means valence bond theory, comes to explain the limitations of Werner theory, and the second one is crystal field theory, third one is LFT ligand field theory, and fourth is molecular orbital theory. So in this chapter only we will discuss about valence bond theory and CFT. So first we will discuss the valence bond theory. Valence bond theory means involving of valence electron. So according to valence bond theory, we can explain the complex by some points. Like first point is that calculate the oxidation state of central metal atom or ion, means any coordination complex according to VBT. First we calculate the oxidation state of central metal atom or ion, and the second one is the electronic configuration of metal. The electronic configuration of metal means the electronic configuration of metal atom, then metal ion. Metal ion means with oxidation state, before oxidation and after oxidation state, the electronic configuration of central metal. Third, rearrangement of electron, then filling the electron pair donated by the ligand. So some ligands which are capable to convert unpaired electron to paired electron, and some ligands cannot convert the unpaired electron to paired electron. They acquire some field. And next point is hybridization type. So here we will discuss about hybridization on the basis of valence bond theory. And next point is geometry. Geometry means we discuss geometry. Suppose the metal have coordination number 4, so we have two geometry. First one is tetrahedral, and the second one is square planar. And when the coordination number of metal is 6, then confirm the geometry of complex will be octahedral. So coordination complex, the geometry will be like this, like tetrahedral, square, planar, octahedral. Only three geometrical possible in coordination complex in this stage. So next point is hybridization, and then geometry means compounds are complex is tetrahedral, square, planar, or octahedral. Then after this point, the next point is magnetic moment. Magnetic moment means we have two property, means magnetic property. First one is paramagnetic or diamagnetic, means complex is paramagnetic or diamagnetic. And the second one is magnetic moment, which are already studied in previous class. D and I block means previous chapter and previous class already studied in D and A block elements. Magnetic moments means denoted by mu is equal to root n plus 2, n means number of unpaired electron. So let us go to use the BBT and explain the limitations of Werner theory. So this is the first example used by BBT. So first example is a APCN6 4 minus means hexacyanoferrate complex contain minus 4 charge means negative complex, and the oxidation number of metal is here already we calculate the atomic number, means oxidation number of metal iron. So here the oxidation state of metal is +2. So according to BBT points, first calculate the oxidation state of metal is a +2, and the second point is the configuration of metal and the metal ion. Metal means Fe and the metal ion means Fe2+. So here the electronic configuration of metal is argon means 18 electron completed here up to this, and remaining electrons are filled in these orbitals like 3d6 and 4s2. 18 plus 6 plus 2 means 18, 24 plus 2 26. So the atomic number of iron is 26, and here the 26 electrons are completed. Then the electronic configuration of iron with +2 charge is +2 means atomic number of iron is 26, but after losing the 2 electron, the total number of electrons in iron atom is 24. So atomic number of 24 will be +2 means this 2 electron loses by iron atom. So here 4s0. Here the electronic configuration of Fe2+ will be 3d6 4s0 means 4f. No have any orbitals, electrons. Next point, rearrangement of electron. Suppose this ligand means cyanide. Here cyanide is a strong ligand, but we see some more ligand which are weak ligand. So here cyanide is a strong ligand. So cyanide has tendency to convert this unpaired electron to paired electron. So here we will see the rearrangement of electron by cyanide ligand. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 3d6 4s0. So after conversion in pairing, so electrons are like this. 3d6 means 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 2 orbitals are vacant. And here it is a 3d, and this is a 4s, and this is 4p subshell. So here filling of electron pair donated by ligand. So here number of ligands is 6. So cyanide ligands total 6 cyanide ligands can donate 12 electrons means 6 electron pair. So here to fill the 6 electron pair we need 4p orbitals, because only 1 2 3 orbitals are vacant, but we have 6 electron pair, so we need 6 vacant orbitals. So 4p orbitals are taken. So After putting the electron pair donated by ligand, cyanide is a here, 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 and here. So here this is the hybridized orbital. Here this sign represent the number of hybridized orbital participated in hybridization. So here first 1 and 2, so two orbitals of d subshell participated in hybridization, and 1s and 3p orbitals are participated in hybridization. So here the hybridization of complex will be D2sp3 like this. So hybridization is D2sp3, and it is a inner sphere complex. Inner sphere complex means any complex in which in hybridization the inner d orbitals are participated, then this complex is known as inner sphere complex. When the outer d orbitals are involved in the hybridization like this 4s, 4p and 4d, then this type of complex is known as outer sphere complex. So this is here, it is a inner sphere complex. Then next one is geometry. So here the coordination number is a plus, means 6 ligands, and the cyanide is a monodentate ligand. So 6 lone pair are donated by ligand. So either here the coordination number of iron is plus 6, means coordination number is 6. So 6 means octahedral, already we know. So and the last property is magnetic property. Magnetic property means paramagnetic. Complex is paramagnetic or diamagnetic. So here if the complex contain unpaired electrons, then complex will be paramagnetic. Otherwise all electrons are paired, and complex has diamagnetic in nature. So here magnetic moment. So one property of magnetic property is the paramagnetic and diamagnetic, and the second one is magnetic moment. Already studied in previous class like D and F block elements. So magnetic moment is 0 because the number of unpaired electron is 0. So by using the formula, means magnetic moment is equal to n plus 2 root. So here n is equal to 0, so total value of root n plus 2 will be 0. So these all are the points of complex according to VBT, and some other example explained by VBT. So here next example is a hexafluorocobaltate. So here oxidation number of cobalt H plus 3, the atomic number of cobalt is 27, but after losing 3 electrons, the configuration of cobalt ion like this. So cobalt configuration 18 electrons completed up to this, then the remaining 9 electrons are filled like this 3d7 4s0 and 4p0 4s2 4p0. The oxidation number of cobalt with a plus 3 charge is argon 3d6 4s0 4p0. Here 2 electron lost by cobalt and 1 electron from here. So here the oxidation number of cobalt is 3d6 4s0 4p0, and here the fluorine is a weak ligand, so it cannot convert this unpaired electron into paired electron. Fluorine is not able to convert unpaired electron to pair electron. So and next point is 6 lone pair donated by ligand. So here the number of fluorine atom is 6, means 6 ligands are present in this complex, and 6 ligands can donate 12 electron to central metal ion or atom to form coordination bond. So 12 electron are 6 pair of electron donated by this ligand. So here 6 electrons are filled in this manner, like here these all electrons are unpaired due to the weak field ligand of fluorine. So 6 lone pair of electron fill up like this 4s 2 electron 4p 6 electron and 4d 2 orbitals. So here 1s, 3p and 2d orbitals are participated in the hybridization in this complex. So here outer d orbitals are involved in hybridization. So this complex is a outer orbital complex due to the involving of outer d orbitals in this hybridization. And here the coordination number is a 6, therefore the geometry is a octahedral geometry. And the last one is magnetic properties. Magnetic properties means magnetic properties like paramagnetic or diamagnetic. So any complex which has unpaired electron, so they possess the paramagnetic behavior. So here the 1 2 3 4 unpaired electrons are present in this complex. So due to the presence of these 4 electrons, it behaves as paramagnetic nature. And the magnetic moment, so here the number of unpaired electron is 1 2 3 4, remaining other electrons are paired. So here n is equal to 4, so mu is equal to root n plus 2. N is equal to 4. After putting the value of n, so value will be root 24 and the value of root 24 is 4.89. So this is the magnetic moment of this complex, means hexafluorocobaltate. Next discuss about drawbacks of BBT. Means BBT come to explain the various limitations of Werner theory, but they cannot explain all the property of complex or limitations of Werner theory. So here some drawbacks of also of BBT. So first drawback is the it cannot explain the some complex of metal ion use inner or outer sphere complex. कि why metals use inner orbitals, inner d orbitals or outer d orbitals to form low spin and high spin complex. And second drawback is it does not explain the magnetic properties of complex with temperature. When we increase the temperature, that what are the effect of temperature in the magnetic property of metal or complex. So this property could not explain by BBT. And third limitation is the it does not explain any distortion in a symmetrical complex. Suppose complex is symmetrical, but according to BBT cannot explain the distortion, means some bond lengths are get short and some bonds are get long. So this property is not explained by BBT. And last of limitations of BBT is that it could not explain the strong and weak ligand, means which ligand are strong and which ligands are weak. They could not explain, or they did not give any idea about strong and weak field ligand. So these all are the BBT, means about BBT. So that what is BBT, how we will use BBT, and what are the limitations of BBT. After BBT, the new theory comes CFT to explain the remaining limitations of BBT. So in next class we will discuss about CFT, crystal field theory.